Hi folks, Dan Dale here in Jackson, Mississippi for Total Sales Solutions. If you watch our videos, you probably used to seeing my dad do these, but every once in a while he's gone fishing, gone hunting, gone goofing off. So this is one of those days, day before Easter. So I'm going to do one myself, give you a little walk around and take you on a test drive. Today we've got a pretty cool truck. It's a 2008 F350 Lariat 4-wheel drive. So not one of those trucks you see every day. It's a local trade-in at a dealer nearby here in Mississippi. I only got 119,000 something miles on it, although that's liable to go up because we've been moving campers with it, but it'll be around there. Just a super clean truck, a Lariat, got a moonroof, got heated seats, got all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna walk you around, show it all of you, everything on it. You can see you got the little billet grill inserts, which are pretty nice. Got the upgraded, I guess those are HID lights, some kind of high output lights. And folks, as I walk around, I'm gonna try and nitpick this truck. I don't want to make it sound bad. It's not bad, but we know most of our customers are buying sight unseen, and a lot of times pictures can look good and you may miss something, so we try and point them out. Got one little spot on the grill that's peeling, although you can buy this whole grill shell for about $200 if you're worried about it. Looking down the sides, you can see got factory alloy wheels, even has the center caps, which usually somehow end up missing on these dualies, but looking underneath, you can see super clean, no rust. Look down the side, there's no dents, no dings. Got the chrome mirror covers on it, chrome door handle covers, got the keypad entry. Looking inside, got some extra speakers, got the power folding, heated mirrors. You can see the leather on these seats is perfect. Carpet, not worn out, no holes in it. Now these headliners, for some reason in videos, look worse than they are in person, but I'm going to show them to you. You can see there's no cigarette holes or anything. Got a power moon roof, automatic dimming rear view mirror, Sony stereo. I'll go over all that more in detail in a minute, but what I like, instead of that console that's sitting down on the floor, you got the nice armrest, big wide armrest, and it flips up so you can sit 3 across front and rear, which is really the best way to have it if you're like me and you got a bunch of kids. But anyway, see, got the power sliding glass, flip up armrest, cup holder. Now this bottom flips up if you want to make room, and carry something big in the back. You can look in here, no paint work in these door jambs, no rust, no overspray. There's not a bunch of dirt in all the jams, which, this truck hadn't been mud balling off-road and stuff by any stretch. Look under here, perfect underneath, got the extra spring for the camping package. We've upgraded to LED marker lights on this bed. The dually fenders are perfect, no cracks. Tailgate is perfect, not dented or dinged. Got one little spot on the back bumper, got a little dent in it, nothing big though. You can see it got a nice spray and bed liner, and it's got this high dollar ARE camper shell. And you can see the struts do work. It does its job. It's been painted to match the truck. If you had to go buy an ARE shell and paint it to match, you'd easily spend $2,000 or more. Now, one other thing I'll point out, this truck didn't have FX4 stickers on it from the factory. They didn't do that, but I liked them, so I put them on. But it does have basically all the stuff. It's got the skid plates and the limited slip and all that good stuff. So anyway, great set of tires on it. You can see again, no rust. Look down the side, no dents, no dings. Even the vent visors are painted to match, which is a nice little extra step most people don't bother to do. but it just kind of tells you what kind of person owned this truck. They take that little extra trouble to match everything up. You can see seats, no rips or tears. Got all the books that go with it. Got your USB plug, I guess, if you want to plug your phone or something into the stereo, do it through there. Got your manual, there's your DVD that comes with it, your owner's guide, towing guide, all that good stuff. It's all there. No cracks in the dash. Look in these door pockets. This is not a work truck. Look in these door jambs. Not a farm truck. Hasn't been off-roading. Not filled with dirt or dust. Zero rust. Mississippi truck. Lariat, of course. Nothing to hide. The truck's running. Sit here and let it run all day if you want to. Front bumper, great shape. Has the fog lights. Even has the front valence. And if you drive much at all off-road, that extra tall valence they put on these 4x4s is the first thing that gets knocked off. So I'm just telling you right now, I would be shocked if this truck had ever been off-road. But it's set up if you want a hot shot, you want to haul stuff, or if you just want something cool to drive, this is it. If you have any questions about this truck, give me a call. My number is 601-376-9869. Be glad to answer any questions you have, or you can call my dad, 601-218-1223. Although odds are he'll just tell you to call me because he can't keep up with everything. He's getting old, but we love him anyway. So anyway, if you have any questions, call us. Otherwise, we'll show you under the hood and take you on a test drive. Hi folks, I'm going to take you for a test drive, but first I want to show you a couple things under the hood. First of all, you can see it's had the high flow intake elbow put on, EGR coolers deleted, of course the DPF underneath deleted. You can see this core support has had an impact on it. What that tells you is the radiator has been replaced. That is a known issue on these 08s. It's about $1,500, but it's already been taken care of for you. The main thing I want to show you though is this truck has no blow-by. It's got a little bit of smoke. Smoke's not a big deal as long as it's puffing, and it's not puffing on this one. The main thing is you can see I can set the oil filler cap down on the tube there and it doesn't blow off. If it blows off, that means you've got engine compression and getting past the piston rings and into the cylinders. It means you got a wore out motor, but not the case with this one. Just the usual bit of smoke that every 6.4 in the world since day one has had. You can see got the Sony navigation system, got a remote control set up on it too. If I can remember how to work this thing. Let's see, audio video source, you got tuner, USB, Bluetooth, all that good stuff. Got remote, dual zone, automatic climate. This isn't dust, this is just pollen. We don't get snow in Mississippi, we get blankets of pollen. Does have the optional traction control. You can see dual heated seats, tow command, upfitter switches, power adjustable pedals, electronic shift, 4-wheel drive. Let's see. I'm trying to scan through all of these settings. You can see here, no warning lights lit. I'm going to show you that now, and then I'll show you again here in a little while after we've driven it, because you know it's easy to cut an engine light off or something for a minute, but if you got an underlying problem, it's going to come right back on after you drive it. So we try and show them before and after them being driven. You can see it's got the power mirrors that go in and out. See, it goes up and down, all that stuff. They also fold in. Now that mirror glass We've got it ordered for the passenger mirror. It's not in yet, but it'll be on there by Monday or Tuesday. It'll be, part of the deal, so don't let that worry you. You'll have to excuse my shaky camera work because I'm driving with one hand and filming with the other on some of the very worst roads in the city of Jackson. So the video may look a little shaky, but rest assured, in person, this truck has just a tremendous ride and drive. It doesn't beat you up, knock you around, do anything weird. Great ride and drive. It's even got a power sliding rear window back there, and of course your power moonroof up top. They've added some, you see these extra speakers, tweeters, all that stuff. Had some extra speakers added. We put a brand new windshield in it, so you don't have to worry about any cracks or rot picks or anything. I'm going to pause this just a second and put my seatbelt on. Okay, got that handled. One good thing about this truck, cranks right up and runs perfect, hot or cold. If you're gonna buy a diesel truck, whether you buy it from us or whomever, if you're buying a Ford, you want to hear it run cold, because if it's got injector issues, that's when you'll know it. And once they're warmed up, they may run perfect, but if they got injector problems, they'll idle rough, run rough when they're cold. That's when they do it. The only thing I can really nitpick about this truck, you can see the steering wheel is just a hair crooked. Now it doesn't pull to the left or right, doesn't vibrate or pull when you hit the brakes or do anything like that, but the steering wheel is just a little crooked. And you may not believe me, but there is literally nobody around here, around my place anyway, that can fix that. If I carry it over here to the alignment shop and I tell them, hey, this truck's driving straight, but my steering wheel is a little crooked, it's a little to the left. If they put it back to the right, it'll end up pulling. I've done that so many times, I've just given up trying to fix it. So I'd just rather point it out. And when you get home, odds are you'll have better luck than me finding a competent alignment shop that can get the steering wheel straight for you. So just a little thing to be aware of. Like I said, we know most of our customers are buying these sight unseen, so we try and nitpick them just so you don't have any disappointments. You don't get mad at me over it needing a $40 or $50 alignment or something silly like that. So just pointing it out. But I don't know if you can tell from this video in the cab, but this truck is super quiet inside. It's not loud. The DPF has been deleted, but the muffler's still in place, so it doesn't have that big whooshing sound, which I kind of like myself, but a lot of people don't. So anyway, these 6.4s, they really are just the best motor, the best power stroke I think they've made. I've got a 15 with a 6.7, but I wish it had a 6.4. You can turn these 6.4s up from the stock 350 up to 650 extra horsepower, and they're completely bulletproof. It's not like a 6.0 or something. You don't have to put head studs in it to crank up the power or any of that junk. You can you just plug in the tuner and do it. Now this one, the way they've done it is they've used what's called the DPF plus R, which works great. It tells the computer not to regen the DPF, the soot filter, and it adds a little tow tune in it. Now what that DPF does, it keeps the soot, it scrubs the soot out of the exhaust, which is great, but on these 6.4s, the way Ford chose to clean them, all the newer trucks use that fluid, that DEF fluid they call it, DEF or urea, and that does a great job. But Ford decided to clean theirs on these 6.4s. They would just program the computer every once in a while to dump a bunch of extra fuel down the rear two cylinders and burn it out, which it works fine, but if you're not staying on top of your oil changes, then eventually some of that fuel works its way into the crankcase and thins out your oil, and you end up with, instead of 15 quarts, you got 20 quarts, 5 quarts of diesel. You thin your oil out and you get engine problems. Or even if you're on top of your oil changes, it just flat out kills your fuel economy because you're dumping all that extra fuel right out the tailpipe. So get rid of the DPF, and we plug this in. It adds a little 50 horse or so tow tune, so you're getting 400 horsepower, maybe 400 to 420, but it's reliable power, doesn't hurt your mileage. And by deleting the DPF and stuff, and depending on how you drive it, obviously, but we've seen them getting 20 and 22 miles per gallon. You can really pile on the MPGs just by getting rid of the DPF. The newer trucks that use the fluid, it doesn't make it helps, but it's only a couple of miles per gallon. But on these 6.4s, they pick up a ton of miles per gallon just by doing the DPF. So it's something we highly recommend, and it's been done on this one, as well as the EGR cooler delete, which you don't have to do like you do on the 6 liters, but it helps. And that intake elbow, that helps as well. The intake elbow, it helps a little with the power, but the extra airflow will drop your exhaust temps by about 100 degrees when you're pulling. So that's a big time help. If you had to go and do all this stuff that's been done to this truck, you could easily spend $2,000 or $3,000. So you're way ahead of the game as far as all that goes by it already being done to this truck. And of course, it's got all these other things added to it. It's got 410 limited slip differentials, so it's set up perfect for pulling. Although, you know, with this bed shell this truck has on it, bed's never been cut for a gooseneck or fifth wheel. If it's been pulling, it's only been pulling off the receiver hitch. It hasn't been pulling anything really seriously heavy. So you don't have to worry that it's been hauling, you know, 40,000 pounds of hay bales or something around, although it could, but you don't have to worry that it has. You can see dash isn't cracked. The headliner is in great shape. This truck doesn't have any odors, doesn't smell like smoke or pets. You know, I'm not going to swear a cigarette's never been lit in this truck, but it doesn't smell like one. There's no cigarette burns anywhere. The console is not cracked or messed up from people resting their arms on it. The I don't know of anything on this truck that doesn't work. We've gone over it fairly well and have not had any problems with anything. It's even got steering wheel controls, you can see, for the climate. Of course, dual zone climate. It's also got the plug in the glove box. You can plug in a USB or something into it. If you have any questions about this truck, call me. I would not hesitate to get in it and drive it anywhere. You know, the more I think about it, I'm going to try one more time and get an alignment done, because we've been moving some trailers with this thing, and we've got to go to Hattiesburg Monday or Tuesday and pick another one up with it, and that's going to run me crazy with the crooked steering wheel. So never mind what I said. One way or another, I'm going to have this steering wheel straight, because that is going to bug the crap out of me driving 300-mile round trip with a crooked steering wheel. So never mind, we're going to fix it. Like I said, don't hesitate. If you want to fly in, drive it home, you can. As long as we're paid, we can store it for you up to 2 months. All we ask is that you go ahead and get your insurance coverage in effect, and we'll be glad to store it. If you want to wait and book out a cheap flight, you're welcome to do so. Or, you know, although we'd rather you come by it in person, but we know a lot of you don't have time to come down to Mississippi, because most of our customers are from up north. They're buying these trucks from us because they're rust-free, and you may not have 2 or 3 days to fly down and drive one home. So we'll be glad to help work with you on shipping. If you look online at most of these online shipping calculators, don't let them scare you off, because if you're not in a hurry, we can save you as much as 50% off of what they tell you for a shipping price. You just have to call us, because most of these companies, they're not even real shipping companies. They're just brokers, and all they're doing is getting on this one website where 95% of the independent truckers and stuff get on, and they're looking through them, and whatever deposit you pay, that's really just going in their pocket and for the service. So what we've done, we've gone ahead and got signed up with that same website, so we can give you the true actual cost to get your vehicle shipped. And all you got to do is shoot me an email or a text with your city, state, and zip, and I will get you a ballpark price. It'll be, you know, within $100 or so of what you end up paying. We can narrow it down pretty well about what you're going to end up paying. So if you're interested, just give us a call. It's a real simple deal, easy to do. We've had tons of people use it, not had any problems. You know, all the carriers, we get their copy of their license and their bond first. So just something to keep in mind. If you have any questions about this truck, call me. If you want to make an offer, want to talk pricing, call me or call Dad. My number is 601-376-9869. So like I said, if you have any questions about the truck, you want to ask me about more about this DPF delete and all that stuff, call me. Otherwise, we appreciate you watching our video and look forward to seeing you here in Jackson.